นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะสาธุ Hello everyone. It's been quite long that I haven't, broadcast the Dhamma clip live like this. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for us to meet again. And today's topic is the understanding the nature of feeling. This is from the linked discourse SN number 36.12 in the atmosphere or in the sky. But I have attached, I attached the link for you. It's from the translation of Bhikkhu Suchato. There's two translations in English, Bhikkhu Suchato and then Bhikkhu Poti. So you can, choose to read the version of translation that, suit you the most. Maybe you can read and then compare between the two translations, or it's actually better for you to, read the English translations as well as the Pali, maybe you see the root of the Pali word, for example. This sutra is called ākāsa sutra. Ākāsa, it means the atmosphere. For this sutra can be translated as in the sky, as the translation of Bhikkhu Poti. Anyway, I have attached the link that is from the translation of Bhikkhu Suchato. So let's read through, the whole sutra first. Understanding the nature of feelings based on the Buddha's teaching on feelings and the wind metaphor. So you're going to, see how the Buddha paint the picture for us using the wind metaphor, to compare with the nature of feeling. From this sutra, the Buddha said, mendicants, various winds blow in the atmosphere. Winds blow from the east, the west, the north, and the south, from various directions. There are winds that are dusty and dustless, cool and warm, weak and strong. So from the first here, you can see that, okay, this is the truth, right? Winds it can blow from any directions, east, west, north, or south. And also we can learn that there are qualities of the winds. Okay, dusty with dust or dustless, cool or warm, weak or strong. So it has the quality, like the pleasant quality, like dustless, weak, like mild wind, like cool breeze, something like that. And also unpleasant qualities, for example, dusty or strong. We would not want like the strong wind, like the typhoon or hurricane, things like that. Next, there are many and various winds that blow in the atmosphere. From the east they come, also the west, the north, and the south. There are dusty and dustless, cool and sometimes warm, strong and weak. These are the different gales that blow. So too, in this body, feelings arise, pleasant and painful, and those that are neutral, neither pleasant nor unpleasant. So now we learn the wind metaphor, right? many different kinds of qualities of the wind and also the direction of the wind, coming, come and go, just like the feelings that arise in this body. But there are only three kinds of feelings, like the big group, three kinds: pleasant, painful, and those that neutral, neither pleasant nor unpleasant. But when a mendicant is keen, not neglecting situational awareness, or in Pali, sampashanya, or another translation is like clear understanding, clear awareness, that astute person understands all feeling. Completely understanding feelings they are without defilements in this very life, that knowledge master is firm in principle. When their body breaks up, they can't be reckoned. So here's interesting. When a mendicant, bhikkhu, bhikkhuni, upasaka, upasika, even the monastic or the lay people, anyone, when they are keen, not neglecting situational awareness. So you should keep um, being mindful, keep the mindfulness, keep the clear understanding of things or the situational awareness. When you keep the situational awareness or sampashanya in Pali, that astute person understands all feeling. So when you're mindful, you understand the feeling like, oh, this is painful. Oh, this is pleasant. Oh, this is neutral. You understand. And then you know that it comes and go, arise and cease, just like the wind. Completely understanding feelings, they're without defilements in this very life. So in order to reach, the true liberation, the true awakening, you need to completely understand all things, all phenomena, all things, conditioned things, including feelings. In this particular discourse, the Buddha talked about feeling, but actually, the form, mental formation, feelings, and memory or perception, and the mind, the five aggregates actually falls into these things: arise and cease, comes and go, should not be clung onto. You should not attach to it. So when you completely understand feelings, the nature of feelings, you will be without defilements in this very life, meaning you reach the true liberation, true awakening. That knowledge master is firm in principle because you experience, you know for yourself, you can be firm in the Dhamma. And when their body breaks up after they die, they can be reckoned. They cannot be named like that's and that's because like they're free from all. True liberation, this is the meaning. Cannot be labeled anything because reach the true liberation. So this is from the discourse called The Atmosphere. Actually, is quite short, but it's deep in meaning, deep and at the same time interesting and yeah, interesting to read and then to apply into your daily life. How you can apply this, to be able to observe. Now we learn that okay, the Buddha used the metaphor of the wind with the feeling. This is the point that I would like to point that if we like trace back to the Buddha's era, he lived with the nature, right? So the teaching that he gave us, many times that he used the metaphor with the natural things. So you can live your life like normal life like this, or you can, walk in the park. When you walk in the park, when you like stress, um, going to the forest or anywhere, and when the winds come, remember of this sutra. Oh, the wind comes and go. The wind can come from many directions: north, west, east, south, any directions that come, but it comes and go, right? This is like arise and pass away, arise and cease. It can come, and also there are many qualities, many kinds of the wind that the Buddha used here: gusty, dustless, weak, strong, and what else? Um, cool and warm, with the good qualities and bad qualities. Sometimes the strong wind come, but eventually go away. The pleasant, like the cool breeze come, but gonna go away. Just like the feelings that arise in this body. There are three feelings: pleasant, painful, and neutral. Comes and go away, arise and cease. It cannot stay there forever. The happy feeling, the pleasant feeling cannot stay forever. It's gonna arise and cease. The sad, the unhappy, or the painful feeling, not gonna stay forever. Come and go, arise and cease. And also the neutral feeling, like when you meditate and you like all overwhelmed with the meditative state of mind, equanimity, feeling liberated, feeling light, feeling neutral, not pleasant, not painful, but that feeling comes and go. It's the nature of the feelings. If you learn this, and if you compare this teaching with the true nature, when the wind comes, if you try to cling on to the wind, is it possible? No. You cannot cling on to anything. It's the nature for it to arise and cease. It's the nature of it to come and go. You cannot cling on to it because, no, you cannot, control. You have no control over it. If you know this, and if you learn, the first thing, learn to observe. Oh, you can try to observe in, your daily life. Okay, this is pleasant, this is painful, this is neutral. When someone compliment you, and then the pleasant feeling arise, just know that pleasant feeling arise. Observe, and then you see it cease. People normally, automatically react quickly to the sensation that arise, right? You, it's like the automatic function that we jump into judge the feeling, and also to react to the feelings that arise. Like when someone compliment you, oh, pleasant feelings arise, and then jump into it, and like quickly judge and quickly jump into it. So you like cling on to it. You try to cling on to it. But if you learn to be mindful, when someone compliment, be mindful, and then observe within you. Observe like inwardly. Oh, pleasant feelings arise. Oh, pleasant feeling increase. Oh, pleasant feeling decrease. Oh, pleasant feelings gone because they change the word. Maybe like different contact contribute to different feelings. Like what you see when you see the rose flower, feel one thing. When you see like the cow poop, when you see like the bad report, then you feel different things, something like that. So different contact contribute to different feelings, right? And it's gonna change. The feeling's gonna change. If you learn to be mindful, if you learn to practice inwardly, observe the mind, and then observe for this particular discourse, observe the feeling that arise throughout the day. Of course, we cannot observe like the whole day, but like, oh, when I see that person, oh, pleasant feelings arise. Or when I move away and then, oh, I see another person, or painful feelings arise, unsatisfactory feelings arise. Then you observe, try to observe pleasant, painful, neutral, and then observe it just like when you watch the wind blowing the tree. Normally, we cannot see the wind, right? But we can see the wind from the leaves of the tree. You just watch it, observe the mind, just like you watch the leaves on the tree. Oh, it move. Oh, pleasant. Oh, painful. Oh, neutral. Just observe. When you observe, what is the benefit of observing? You know, you see that it change. Anicca, it's gonna change. Tukkha, it cannot last long. Transient, it's just transient. It cannot last long. It's gonna change. Things that anicca is tukkha. This is Pali language, right? Things that always change, it cannot last long. Oh, it's gonna change. Oh, it's gonna change. And when you see it, you're gonna see anatta. It's not mine. It's not my feeling. It's not me. It's just the pleasant feelings arise and cease. It's just the painful feelings arise and cease. It's just the nurture feelings arise and cease. But if you look closely, you see like arise, stay for a moment and cease. Arise, stay for a moment and cease. It's the nature of all phenomena, especially in this discourse, nature of feelings. The benefit of knowing this and observing this is you that feelings that arise is not going to be the cause of suffering. Why we suffer because of the feelings? Because we try to hold on to the good feeling, right? Try to hold on to the good feeling. Try to reject, resist the painful feeling. But how can we hold on to? How can we resist something that arises and ceases naturally? Something that cannot control. We have no power over it. It comes because of the contact, because of the memory, because of many factors. So if you learn this truth, then you learn like, okay, happy feelings arise, happy feelings arise. Okay, okay. And I enjoy the moment. It's okay to enjoy the moment of the happy feelings. And then like if you cling on to it, it's the cause of suffering because you want more, desire, greed, because you want it to stay the same, cause of suffering. But if you know that okay, pleasant feelings arise, okay, it's for the lay people, actually for the monastic, we try to not cling on to the good feelings as well. But for lay people, it's normal for you like, oh, this good feeling, enjoy for a moment, right? Enjoy the moment. You can enjoy the moment, but bear in mind that try not to hold on to it. Learn the nature of the feeling. Come, stay for a moment and cease. Bear in mind. Teach yourself if you cling on to it. If you want more of this, it's the cause of suffering, okay? If you want to live a life with peace, at peace, enjoy it and then let go. Do not cling on to it. Let go. Something like that. Talking about the painful feeling, we don't cling on to painful feeling. We don't intentionally cling on to painful feeling. Why I use this word? Because sometimes we cling on to the sad, to the unpleasant feeling, right? When like we like heartache, or when we, like cling on to the concept or the memory, like the, even though it's sad, but we cannot let go. Even though we have like a toxic relationship, but I cannot let go, or something like that. It's not something that we intentionally cling on to, but somehow we just cling on to like the like the old memory, of the old good memory, even though it's in the past already, but we try to cling on to that good memory, even though now we're facing like the toxic relationships, for example. But normally, the painful feeling, we try to resist, we try to reject. But if the painful feelings arise and you, oh no, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it, cause of suffering. But if you know, like, okay, painful feelings arise and it's gonna stay. But if you observe, it's not gonna stay like this. You're gonna be like, increase, decrease, going stable, or increase, or decrease. Actually, when you see like this, you can see anicca. It's gonna change. And when you see it's gonna change, now find the cause of the pain. Find the cause of unpleasant feeling. What make me unpleasant? Why? Do I want something? Do I have the cause of suffering? Because I want to be healthy while I, like lead my life in the unhealthy way, something like that. All that is the cause of suffering, cause of the pain. Get rid of the cause of the pain. This is how you apply the Four Noble Truths in your life. The painful feelings arise, just, okay, it comes in arise. Stay for a moment, it's gonna cease. And then while it, like fluctuate like this, try to find the cause of the pain, cause of suffering, and get rid of the cause. And just observe, try to observe. It's just like the wind. Hello, Maria. Just like the wind coming from any direction. Many kinds of the wind, good wind, bad wind, dustless, dusty, weak, strong, and warm or cool. But it comes and go, comes and go. If you try to cling on to it, or if you try to reject it, it's just like something that against the nature, right? Why do we have to cling on to something that arises and ceases anyway? We cannot cling on to it. Why do we have to reject it? Because it comes and go. But if you experience like the painful, then find the cause. Like when you have like now, like talking about the sickness, the illness, when we have like the fever, all painful feelings arise. You know that what is the cause? Fever. Take the medicine, take the pill, go to see the doctor. Sleep. You find the solution. Do not tolerate. Do not try to reject. That it's just like the nature comes and go. comes and go. Just like when the strong wind struck, you know the strong wind gonna struck, prevent, prepare, and then if you cannot do anything, just let it, the nature comes and then try to find the way to solve it, something like that. Is the Buddha's teaching is actually like the truth of all things, right? Just like in this sutra, we can learn the teachings of the Buddha and then try to adapt and then compare. For me, I can give you like the certain example because like this is like the scope of my understanding. But for you, you can listen or read the sutra and then compare to your life, compare to your past experience. This sutra is like actually I think it's like very relatable because we of course we have like mental formation, any like memory perception going on pop up in our head, but feeling is very like something that we can observe really closely, like, oh, painful feelings arise, watch it. Pleasant feelings arise, observe, watch it. If you try to hold on to it, we all have this experience, hold on to the good feeling. Can we really hold on to that feeling? It's gonna arise and cease, right? It's the nature of the feelings. The neutral feeling come and go, right? Neutral feelings here, you can experience like in your daily life as well, and also in when you meditate, you're gonna experience the equanimity in meditative state of mind during that process. You know that when you reach the stillness, peacefulness in meditation, it won't last long because you have to, you know, um, out and then live your life. So the Buddha said, even the atukkhama sukha vedana, the neither pleasant nor unpleasant feeling, it's anicca. It's gonna change. Mm, yeah, that's it. This is from the Atmosphere Sutra, which I think is something that we should. Is the sutra that I like mm, because I like to observe the nature. When you look at the wind, you can look at the wind, right? But you just try to observe the mind. If you don't really understand like how to observe the mind, I don't get it. Just like when you observe the leaves on the tree, you watch the tree, right? You go to the park, at your house, maybe you look at the tree, and then when the wind blow, you see the leaves. Ah, just look at, just observe. The leaves are not you. Observe. Oh, it's like this. It's trembling like this. Oh, it's moving like this. Oh, it's falling like this. Just observe. Just like the feelings that arise, or we can, include like the memory, the mental formation, the thinking, the thought that arise. It's actually not you, not yours to cling on. It's something that arises and cease, but just observe, look inwardly. Okay? I hope you um, learned something beneficial today, Maria, and anyone that will watch it later. I have attached the link for you so you can read through this. There are the true two sutra related, you know, The atmosphere, the first one, Patama ākāsa sutta. The second one, Tutiya ākāsa sutta. Okay, so you can read it further, and please learn to observe the mind. Do not judge, observe. You can learn to just label the feeling first. Ah, pleasant feelings arise. Okay, just watch it, just like when you watch the leaves on the tree. Oh, painful feelings arise. Observe, just watch it. Watch the nature of it. Neutral feelings arise, and then just watch it, observe it, and learn from it. Okay, it's actually fun to observe inwardly. I hope you understand. And we're gonna see you again through the YouTube of the Mahavana Dhamma Sanctuary again in 15 days. So I hope you are happy and healthy and be well, be safe wherever you are. Before we part, let's say Sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, 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 Anumodhami. May you all be able to reach the true liberation, to have the clear understandings of all the Vedana, all the feelings, until having the right and the right awakening, Nibbana. สาธุอนุโมทามินิบานะปัจจโยโหตุสาธุ May we all reach the nirvana. Have a good day, everyone.